absolute and comparative advantage again. We're going to look at the producers of Johnny and Alice. This time they're making dessert, cannolis or tiramisus. As you look into the problem, we see that it takes Johnny 30 minutes to make a cannoli and 60 minutes to make a tiramisu. It takes Alice 15 minutes to make a cannoli and 45 minutes to make a tiramisu. Because it's the time that it takes to make one of these items, it's what's going into the production of one particular item. We call this an input problem. Let's put a line between our producers and let's compare to see who has the comparative advantage in making cannoli. Okay? The one who can make the cannoli the fastest is the one with the absolute advantage. It takes Johnny 30 minutes and it takes Alice 15 minutes. So Alice has the absolute advantage. She is the best at making cannoli. When it comes to making tiramisu, let's see who can make it the fastest. We have 60 minutes that it takes Johnny to make it and 45 minutes that it takes Alice. So Alice has the absolute advantage in making the tiramisu. Okay, so she has the absolute advantage in making both cannolis and tiramisus. For comparative advantage, we're going to figure out the opportunity cost of choosing to produce one of these items, and the person with the lowest opportunity cost is the one who should specialize in the production of that item. So when it comes to inputs, when you sneak back into the house, you sneak in through the basement window. So when we look at creating our input ratios, we bring the other number under. Okay, so when Johnny makes cannolis, he gives up the opportunity to make tiramisu. So the 60 sneaks in underneath the 30 here. We break this down, and when Johnny makes cannoli, he gives up 1/2 of a tiramisu he could have made in that same amount of time. Okay, when I look over here at the 60, the 30 is under the 60, so he could have made 2 tiramisus in the time that he could have made 2 cannolis in the time that he chose to make tiramisu. Okay, I do the same thing here for Alice without crossing the border. The 45 minutes is under the 15, so that's going to be 1/3. When she makes cannoli, she gives up the 1/3 of a tiramisu she could have made. And the 15 comes underneath the 45, and so when she makes tiramisu, she gives up the 3 cannolis she could have made. Now we compare across the border. The one with the lowest opportunity cost for making cannoli is going to be Alice, because 1/3 is smaller than 1/2. So Alice has the absolute advantage in the comparative advantage in making the cannoli. And when it comes to the tiramisu, we look at who has the lowest opportunity cost, and 2 is smaller than 3, so Johnny has the comparative advantage in the making of tiramisu. So Alice should specialize in cannoli, and Johnny should specialize in tiramisu.